Hello beautiful people. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever the time is over there. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Ta-da! If you're just stumbling on this channel for the first time, you're highly welcome. God bless you real good. If you're a returning subscriber, of course, you know I love you all already. So today it's a beautiful sunny day. Yeah, it's a sunny day, and I'm making this video outside. Yeah, I'm making this video outside. So guys, today I am telling you all the other side of UK nobody talks about. The other side of UK you don't hear so much about. The other side of UK nobody told you about. Okay, even if they must have told you, but you are not taking that part serious, and that's the cocoa. Because I hear people keep telling me, they'll come to my DM and say they want to relocate, but what they're looking for is money. They are yet to get money and to relocate. I don't worry, when they have money they will move. And I tell people it's not all about money. It's not that you need to get money first before you move. You don't just sit in your house, wait until when you gather ticket fee or visa application fee, then you rise up and walk and start coming to the UK. No, the UK is not like from Nigeria going to Ghana or going to Cotonou, Benin Republic. No, or from Nigeria going to Niger Republic or Mali. It doesn't work that way. Everybody you see in UK, everybody you see walking past, walking across, apart from the illegal immigrants. Now in this video I'm not going to talk about the illegal immigrants. I'm going to specialize my base on the legal migrants. Apart from those, what everyone you see moving about in the UK is tied to the government. Tied to the government in the sense that the government is aware of their presence in this country. So you don't, it's not necessarily having money for tickets and visa before you be able to move down. Nope. Those of you who say you want to come via the walk route, you need to basically have a sponsorship. You can't just say, okay, I'll just sit in my house, apply for UK, apply to work in the UK, then I come over. Number one, for you to move to the UK as a legal immigrant, you need to, via the work route, you need to consider having a company that is willing to sponsor you. Now, the government has laid down rules as regards sponsorship. It has to be with only companies or organizations who have license to sponsor. So if you're working with the government, fine, the government automatically has license to sponsor. So, but if you're working with private companies, organizations, parastatals that needs licensing, they have to have their license to sponsor first before you will be allowed to come into the country. Now, it's not any kind of job. You say, I want to be a dirty packer, I want to be a cleaner, I want to be whatever. It's not any kind of job you can get sponsorship on. And there's a benchmark. The government has stipulated that if you want to come into this country via sponsorship, your salary annually must not be anything below £20,000 yearly. £20,000 converting into naira is a little bit above 20 million naira. Let's just say 20 million naira. So your salary annually must nothing be below 20 million naira, based on people who watch me are mostly Nigerians. So secondly, after getting a company that will sponsor you, make sure your job's annual salary is nothing below £20,000 yearly. And aside that, if you're not coming via the work route, you can still come via the global talent route. If you're highly talented, highly placed in your talent, not just I can sing, everybody's singing, I can play football, everybody's playing football. You must be outstanding in your talent. And we have others. a visa to join where you have your ancestors traced to the UK, you can come over. Like my grandfather is a British citizen, my father is a British citizen, hence I can move to UK and reside. Yeah, that you can move. So everybody you're seeing moving about have something tied to them, either a visa sponsorship, or they are British citizens, or they have hereditary in the UK, or global talent visa, or other kinds of visa, and also visitors visa. I won't be saying so much on visitors visa because I know most people who watch me on my channel, they want to relocate permanently and not as a visitor. But as a visitor, you can come in, breeze out, see the beautiful place like my backdrop is. It's fine. UK is beautiful. I've made a video about that, and if you have not yet found that, you can scroll back and watch it. UK is indeed beautiful. So if you want to come as a sightseeing place, you're free. You can pay for your visa, pay for your flight tickets, you come. Visitors visa maximum is 6 months they give, so you cannot stay in the UK as a visitor for more than 6 months. You will come 6 months, go back to your home country, stay, and later reapply for another 6 months. You come and you go, and subsequently they can now give you a 5 years visitors visa where you can come and go at will for a span of 5 years. Now there's something else you need to note. If you say, okay, anyhow, Boro must jump, I must find my way down here, you must consider the fact that in UK, you need what they call your healthcare. You need to consider healthcare. So if you come into this country illegally or via any route, just know you need to consider healthcare, and they don't joke with that. Even if you've gotten a visa sponsorship, the next thing you must target is fine, I need to apply for my visa. And when you're applying for your visa, you must note that this country, they don't joke with healthcare. So what they do basically is, if you're relocating to the country, you have to pay health surcharge, the ISA charge. You have to pay your health surcharge, which covers for your healthcare for the span of the years or year you'll be living in the UK. For instance, I'm on a 5 years visa or a 3 years visa. You come into the country, you must pay your health surcharge for 3 years in advance. You're not going to say, okay, UK, take this for 1 year fee first, let me relax after everything I move. And it's about 600 and something pounds for some people, but just hold around £1,000. That's about 1 million naira for your health surcharge for 1 year. So if you're coming, most people didn't tell you this, but I'm telling you now, if it's not just getting a visa to move to the country, you have to put this in place. While applying for your visa, you must pay in advance. If you get a 5 years visa, you must pay 1 million naira times 5, which is 5 million naira, while applying for your visa. If not, your visa will not be granted. If you don't pay your health surcharge, if it's a 3 years visa you have, you're going to be £3,000. If it exceeds that, now they're clamoring for £2,000 for the health surcharge. I pray it doesn't get that before you come into the country. So just hold about 600 and something pounds to £1,000 to come into the country. Basically, as we speak, it's still within the range of 600 to 700 pounds for health surcharge. So if you're coming in now into the country, you have to hold for Nigerian 700,000 naira for a 1 year visa for you to be granted into the country. That's aside your visa application fee, and visa application fee is about 400 to 500,000 naira, 400 to 500 pounds for a visa application fee. That is aside. So have this in the front of your mind while preparing to come to the UK. It's not just that I got a job and I'm coming over and boom, yeah, I am. No, it doesn't work that way. If you don't do all of these, you won't be granted your visa. It's fine. If you don't do all of these, it's fine, you can sit. Yeah, if you don't do all of these, you won't be granted your visa. So the health surcharge you pay has to be for the number of years you will be staying in the UK. Now there's a catch and there's a bonus. Those of you who are in the health sector, visa health surcharge fee is absolutely 0.00 pounds. It's absolutely free. That's why I see most persons come via the carer route, so they can bring their dependents and everything for free for health surcharge. So even if you stay in the country for 5 years before you get your indefinite leave to remain in the country, you will have to pay your health surcharge if you're not in the health sector. But if you're in the health sector, it is free. Then there's something you need to note for that health surcharge. If you're coming with your dependents, you, your husband, your children, you pay for each of them. Now let me do the mathematics for you. If you're coming on a 5 years visa, just hold about 5 million naira each for your visa, for your health surcharge. Let me not exaggerate it. Let me just tell you, just hold, because currently as we speak is within 600 to 700 pounds. Hold at least 700,000 naira for each of the persons you're coming in. If you're coming with your 2 children, 700, 700, 700 plus you and your husband. If you're coming alone with your children, 700, 700, 700. So calculate that, added to the visa application fee for within 400 to 500 pounds, which is 400 to 500,000 naira. That's what you'll be applying with. That's the early stage. Most of them talking about your ticket fee, which is your transportation, your flight ticket. It depends on when you are coming into the country. For when I came into the country, my transportation fee was about 1 million naira. It was about £1,000 in the UK, and I came with me, my husband, and my son. So calculate that and do the maths yourself. So it is not cheap relocating. Even as I say, it's not cheap. You can also look out for the cheap aspect. If you come during the celebration period, festive period like Christmas, New Year, of course ticket fee go high, which is the period in which I came in. Ticket fee was high. So if you pay in advance, it was so painful. After I came in, somebody came after me and paid just 300,000, and that's 300 pounds because she booked ahead. So you can book months ahead, and when it's not festive period, to get it far cheaper. Okay. Also, there's something you need to note. When you move into this country, you must consider accommodation. Guys, accommodation is not cheap. If they've not told you, hear it from me. I've made videos about struggling to get accommodation in the UK, past in my channel. You can scroll back and watch. In the UK, getting accommodation, even with your money, if you like, go 5 million naira, you cannot get accommodation. It is like breaking hard rocks. You need to struggle for accommodation, because most of these agents and so on, they don't give you accommodation except you're a student. From when you're outside the country, you need to be here. They need to physically see you. They need to physically go view these properties before you'll be allocated these properties to rent. And some of them will have to check your credit score. Some will have to check your pay slips for months, because some will tell you pay 6 months in advance rent. How do you do that in this country? You know, you pay monthly for rent. Your rent can be as high as 1 million naira, that's £1,000. It can also be as low as 400 to 300,000 naira, that's £400, £300 monthly. When it has to do with a shared apartment for students, you can see the one of 350, and you can see for studio, you can see the one of £500, that's 500,000 naira. So how that's monthly. So housing is not cheap, but don't get so scared. The minimum wage you will be paid in this country when you come over is £1,500. That's the least. Aside tax, you are going home with £1,500. That's 1,500 million. What am I saying? That is 1,500,000 naira in Nigerian currency. So if you take out £500 for your rent, bills inclusive, there's some houses like that, 400, 450 if you're single, bills inclusive, you can still survive with 1 million naira, which is £1,000, and feel comfortable in this country. Then if you need a bigger space, a bigger house, that means your spouse needs to be working to add to the to add part of his salary to yours for the rent. So trust me, UK feeding is cheap compared to Nigeria, where I'm coming from. So you can survive. The only thing expensive here is your rent. And these bills, people are screaming. Husband and wife, a big house, they pay bills of £200 monthly. That's if you're not living extravagant life, if you're living within your reach. £200 monthly. So just imagine I have a husband. Okay, just imagine even if I come alone, my bills are, my rent is £500, bills inclusive. My bills are £100, that's £600, and I still have £900 to myself to lavish, to eat and send home. Although things are not so rosy, but if you plan well and manage your home, you are going to live comfortably. Trust me, even with minimum wage. It's not like Nigeria, where I come from, where minimum wage is nothing to write them about. A bag of rice is far above minimum wage in my home country. So how do? You pay your rent, although the joy is that in my home country you don't pay rent monthly, but food you buy monthly or weekly, and food is freaking expensive. But UK food is quite cheap and renting is freaking expensive. So you say you can't eat your cake and have it. Then another thing you must note when you come into this country, like I've told you guys, renting is expensive, schooling is free for all your children, so that is a good one. The another thing I need you all to note, if you're coming via the student route, school fees, it is not cheap. It is absolutely not cheap for university students, international students. As long as you're not a British citizen yet, you're going to pay the fee of international students, and you're going to be here to do your master's, your PhD. It is freaking expensive. So get that in the front of your mind. So if you're coming here, say I'll be working, paying my school fees, taking care of my children on your salary, my dear, may not go die before your time. So school fees is freaking, people pay as £13,000 school fees, although you don't pay that at once. Some people pay it installmentally, but some pay like £6,000 for the first installment. Now I say, for my home people watching me in Nigeria, can you pay 13 million naira at a go for a school fees? Or okay, as first you pay 6 million naira. People do it, but you need to have at the front of your mind that you need to make money home before coming. You don't just come here and say, I'll work my 1.5 salary, pay my rent, pay my bills, pay school fees from there, and you're coming to this country with 3 children with your spouse. Automatically you're 5, and your spouse will be full-time housewife. It's not going to work that way. Your spouse must be ready to work when you come into this country. And there's something you must note in this country: there's dignity in labor. You're not going to wait for you to have the perfect job before you start enjoying yourself. From the little job, even if as a customer care representative working from home, or you're working at a mall where you're a cashier, or you're stocking goods, or you're taking stock and everything, you are paid minimum wage. The same thing with somebody who is in an AC fitted cozy office working, except you're up there in rank and something else, then you earn more than that. And there's something I need to let you know: carers in the NHS, they earn nothing less than £2,000. That's 2 million naira. So if you're still thinking, should I come as a carer or I should not come as a carer, I know if a carer in a domiciliary care that told me she earns most times from £2,000 upwards. That's 2 million naira upwards. And auntie, even if you live with your family, that is enough for you. When we came into this country first, my salary, okay, when we came into this country first, for me and my husband, so just one person that was working. And one person working in this country, because we don't have so much children, we were living comfortably with one person's pay. So learn to cut your coat according to your size. You don't go living in a 5-bedroom duplex expecting to pay same money with somebody living in a 1-bedroom or 2-bedroom flat, and you cut your coat according to your size. Okay? And there's something you need to know about tax. The tax is not so much if you plan yourself well, but there's something you must know about council tax. Most times in Nigeria, we don't pay council tax. Council tax is seen like a local government tax you pay here for renting an apartment. Yes, if you're renting an apartment in the UK, you should know, except if it is bills inclusive. That's why I advise people, when you're coming into this country for the first time, try to get apartments that are bills inclusive, so that when you pay the money, you know, so you don't come on your mind. You pay £500, you know, everything is gone. Lights, you can use lights as you like, everything is gone. You are not paying council tax again. But if you want to go and stay on your own, you're renting a 2-bedroom, 3-bedroom flat, you want your children, all of them to be in one room, you are going to be paying a high council tax. And if you're living in a city area, no, your council tax is going to be high. But sometimes you gotta stay in one cool place. Even if you're staying in a 2-bedroom flat, you're gonna stay in one cool place that is not so at the city center. Most of those places, they have cheaper council tax. The finer the tuition, the bigger your house, the bigger your council tax. You pay for the council to use to maintain that environment, for living in that place. You're not a landlord now. You're not a landlord though. You're not the owner of your land. So note that at the front of your mind. What else do I need to talk about? Because it's not all about just relocating to the UK. I won't move. You must be strategic in planning. I see people say, I don't have money. Fine, don't get me wrong. Everything you work here in UK can be able to sustain you in the UK. That's why you have to look for legal jobs. When I mean legal, I'm not talking in my field. You have to look for jobs that are legit, not the one you pay agent, pay COS come. And when you come, they tell you no shift to, you are just there. You now start hustling. You can only make do with 20 hours, and 20 hours not be enough to fend for your kids, family, and so on. So I've mentioned so many things. With this, I know I've been able to convince you beyond all reasonable doubts that there are more things in UK you need to note that you haven't noted, or you're not taking into cognition. However, like I said again, don't be scared. This is not to scare you that UK you cannot survive. When you come in, see, inside your £1,500 salary, you can survive. I told you when we came in first, everything was not rosy. Even with a salary of 1,500, we're paying rent, everything, and we're living comfortably until God decided to smile at us. So you all should know it's not a sin of fear. It's just all about planning, and don't come and live a luxurious life. Yeah, when you come, just live like me. Mind your business, do everything. And there's something I want to also tell you people. You see this UK where they tell people, people are afraid of. You see, somebody has lived in UK for 20 years as an illegal immigrant. UK, as I'm talking to you, I was making this video, I was looking up, police was passing. Nobody get your time in this country. There's no checkpoints on the road. It is easy to break law, and it is easy to be caught. Now, they will not look at you. There is nobody. There are cameras, but they don't bother. If you like, stay in the middle of the road, you make your video. If you like, come in front of somebody's shop, you make your video. If you like, maybe Nigeria, they never even go anywhere, won't make video inside shop. Then they act as if they can't video their things to go give people a good thief. That kind of mentality. So in UK, you can be walking on the road. Nobody will come and see that mentality people had by saying they'll come and ask you, where's your green card? Where's your passport? Where's your BRP? Nobody does that here. I've been living in this country for a while, and people have lived in this country. People police don't walk up to you to say, let me know if, because you are dark skinned, let me know if you're a citizen, let me know if you're legal in this country, let me know if you're not legal in this country. Now you get yourself. You move about, you do your things yourself, but don't just get into trouble, because if you get into trouble, that's when you'll be caught. So that's to tell you to change that notion where people say when you come in, I need to be moving with my passport every day. I need to be moving with my BRP. That's why somebody moved with his and he forgot it in the vehicle, and I saw it go. Do you know what this means? Going to start afresh to do passport, to queue up for your Nigerian passport, then you get queue up for a BRP. You first go and get police report, court affidavit, proof that you actually misplaced those things. Do you know the stress you'll be going through? So ignore all those people say in this country you must move with passport, or you must move with this, so police go stop you, say let me see your documents. Film, it's not like that. It is not like that. UK is a free place. It's a place where you live and let live. Person they work out pass, I do video. If I had to be in Nigeria making a video in such a place, now people don't work out, they look me. People look, but it's not like it is before. So with this, I've come to the end of this video. I've said so much about things you've not really been considering. Everybody say, I want Jackpot, I want relocate, carer route, everything, this one, that one. Even if it's not carer route. And I need to tell you, carer route is under the healthcare, so you don't pay for health surcharge also. So if you're still thinking if I should come as a carer route or no, then they think. Still they think, and people they live life here. The earlier you come, I was telling myself, assuming my husband told me this thing before we got married, and that he's thinking of relocating as a dentist, he will make it here in the country. Assuming I came 4 years back, by now we will have been stinkingly rich. But now they can't start to match ground to get our feet. So the earlier you make your decision, the better. Like I keep telling people, you must be sure God is leading you, not because everybody's jackpotting. Because where God is, He will make things smooth for you. Where everybody said it's a casting down, you will say there's a lifting up. Like I said again, I've come to the end of this video. Thanks for joining with me through this video. I see my subscribers count increase. I think I've added about 40 subscribers. Thank you. Some will say 40 is so small, but for me it is much. For somebody to watch your video, feel there's a need to subscribe, I truly appreciate you. If you want to contact me privately, I have my You can leave a comment in the comment section. I'll give you my email, and I have my Facebook, Jessica West. I have my Instagram page, Jessica West. Reach out to me and I'll tell you more. Book a one-on-one section with me for free. Now that is for free. When I don't blow like Diana Ekweme, Nelo Ekeke, Nanel Griselda, Tochi Esther, it will no longer be free again. So book me now that it's free. I love you guys. I love you all. Thanks for watching. Don't forget, smash the red subscribe button, give this video a massive thumbs up, like the video and share. God bless you real good. From me to you, I love you.